Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Mataji. Chalo. We start. So we have Tapan. Hare Krishna, Tapan.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Mataji. We have Kapur. And
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. And Shobha Mataji tried to join, but as usual, some problem. Chalo, we start off. Nupur, ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, yes, Nupur, you start reading. The Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhuji, I can't see the book yet. I think it will come.
What happened? What has Trump done? Every day everybody opens the TV in America, watches what has he done again.
I don't watch only. It's like everyday new circus.
People have got bored of him now. Enough of him.
Yeah, we don't care about him. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, initially there was some fear, na? He was too much
Yeah.
right wing. He's more of
Yeah.
right wing, correct? Trying to please the
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
nationalist, white skinned people.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see that now? 22nd chapter.
No, Prabhuji, not yet. Still.
Just wait. Yes, it has been said.
Yeah.
It has come.
No. It's. I think mine is on Wi-Fi. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi.
Or you are on mobile now directly?
Yeah, now I can see. You can hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Chapter 22, The Deliverance of Shalva. After taking his chariot rear, the son of Daruka, Pradyumna could understand the real circumstances, and therefore he refreshed himself by washing his mouth and hands. Arming himself properly with bows and arrows, he asked his charioteer
No, wait a
to
minute.
take
I
him.
think, sorry, Nupur, I made a mistake. Because there is one more chapter previous to this. He attacked Yadavas and there is a fight.
Okay, Prabhuji.
The battle between Salva and the Yadu dynasty.
Yeah, that was a chapter. Yeah, this is a chapter. See, we did here and Duryodhana and it's got over. This we didn't do last
Mm,
time, 21. Yeah, start from here. Sorry.
mm. The battle between Shalva and members of the Yadu dynasty. While Shukadeva Goswami narrating various activities of Lord Krishna and playing the role of an ordinary human being, he also narrated the history of the battle between the dynasty of Yadu and a demon of the name Salva. who had managed to possess a wonderful airship named Saubha. King Salva was a great friend of Shishupal's. When Shishupal went to marry Rukmini, Shalva was one of the members of the bridegroom's party. When there was a fight between the soldiers of Yadu dynasty and the kings of the opposite side, Salva was defeated by the soldiers of Yadu dynasty. But despite his defeat, he made a promise before all the kings that he would in the future rid the whole world of all the members of the Yadu dynasty. Since his defeat in the fight during the marriage of Rukmini, he had maintained within himself an unforgettable envy of Lord Krishna. And he was in fact a fool because he had promised to kill Krishna.
Correct. So we can
Usually,
wait.
Okay, Prabhu.
Here the terms are coming. Shalva is one thing. His airship is known as Saubha, and he is a great friend of Shishupal. And the story begins that Shishupal, he had gone with a huge army to get Rukmini. We were just joking. The Shishupal Dantarvakra is Ravan Kumbhakarna only. Ravana wanted, remember, we were joking this, Ravana kidnapped Sita. Here in next incarnation, he wants to marry Sita. Rukmini is Adi Lakshmi, no? She's the first Lakshmi, correct? Not Adi Lakshmi, she's the first Lakshmi. As good as Sita, and he has gone to marry her. Definitely the marriage will happen. And Lord Krishna came and protected her, and neither she was going to marry him. And Lord Krishna came to the Swayamvara and picked her up at Mandivali. At that time, Shishupal and his few friends, they tried to give a fight to Krishna, but Krishna taught them a nice lesson. But particularly Balram had come with a nice army. Yadu dynasty, Balram had brought the army and they smashed Salva and his soldiers all were smashed. So he got pride and he said, okay, I'll defeat them one day. So it's usual Kshatriya tendency, but very unfortunate when applied towards the Lord. He promised he'll kill Krishna. It's so stupid. Yes, Murti Mataji, any comments? Tapan, any comments on it?
See, is it said?
We can proceed? Chalo.
Yes, Prabhu. We can proceed.
Usually, such foolish demons take shelter of a demigod like Lord Shiva to execute their ulterior plans. And so Salva, in order to get strength, took the shelter of lotus feet of Lord Shiva. He underwent a severe type of austerity during which he would eat no more than a handful of ashes daily. Lord Shiva, the husband of Parvati, is generally very merciful, and he becomes very quickly satisfied if someone undertakes severe austerities in order to please him. So after continued austerities by Salva for 1 year, Lord Shiva became pleased with him and asked him to beg for the fulfillment of his desire.
This fellow, so what he did? Tapan, कर सकते हैं? एक साल में खाली राख खाएंगे, no more thing. Kalyuga demons are also weak, They don't have this power. Hiranyakashipu tapasya was also extraordinary. But the point is, what is our tapasya? Our tapasya is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. That is our tapasya. But what is the result of the tapasya? There is not going to be any benefit. Okay? So the tapasya of Shalva, what is the benefit of the tapasya? And this tapasya, chanting Hare Krishna, brings so much fruit. Like example of Hiranyakashipu, he also did some stupid tapasya like he just stretched his hand in the air and stood on the toes. So what tapasya? What did Prahlad Maharaj? Just chanted. So Prabhupada said the result, he was killed and Prahlad Maharaj became glorious. Similarly, Shalva, what is the tapasya? Simply all this idiotic thing. And when you want to harm somebody, you do all this kind of tapasyas. Devotee have no desire to harm somebody. They do. Therefore, it's a devotee wants to benefit the world. And they want to serve the Lord. That's devotees. Okay. And the demons, they want to harm somebody. Therefore, they take such kind of severe tapasya. They go to Devatas for such tapasya. They got a material desire, so they've gone to Devata. Yeah, Shalva.
Shalva begged from Lord Shiva the gift of an airplane, which would be so strong that it could not be destroyed by any demigod, demon, human being, Gandharva, Naga, or even by any Rakshasa. Moreover, he desired that the plane be able to fly anywhere and everywhere he would like to pilot it, and be specifically very dangerous and fearful to the dynasty of the Yadus. Lord Shiva immediately agreed to give him the benediction, and Shalva took the help of the demon Maya to manufacture this iron airplane, which was so strong and formidable that no one could crash it. It was a very big machine, almost like a big city, and it could fly so high at such a great speed that it was almost impossible to see where it was, and so there
Like
was no
your,
question of attacking it.
like your American F-35, they call it stealth. It's not visible to the radars only, you know. So
Oh, steel. Oh, yes.
it goes at such speed, it's difficult to control it. Okay? That's what it's trying to.
Mm.
It is more than a stealth aircraft because this is as big as a city. Okay, and continue. Although
Although it might be dark outside, the pilot could fly it anywhere and everywhere. He, having acquired such a wonderful plane, Shalva flew it to the city of Dwarka, because his main purpose in obtaining the airplane was to attack the city of the Yadus, toward whom he maintained a continual feeling of animosity.
okay, this is also understood. Okay, so you know, night vision is there in the aircraft's not
Mm.
already there. Okay, and it was my main purpose to acquire that stealth aircraft was to attack the city of Dwarka. But some of the things are features we don't have this as big as a city. Impossible to see where it was. You know, it changes the position, so that will come. So we don't have that. We just have nowadays the aircraft which is invisible to the radar. You can't just locate it. Yeah, Shalwa, that's
Shalva thus not only attacked the city of Dwarka from the sky, but also he also surrounded the city by a large number of infantry. The soldiers on the surface began to attack the beautiful spots of the city. They began to destroy the baths, the city gates, the palaces,
yeah.
uh, and the skyscraper houses, the high walls around the city, and the beautiful spots where people would gather for recreation. While the soldiers were attacking on the surface, the airplane began to drop big slabs of stone, tree trunks, thunderbolts, poisonous snakes, and many other dangerous things. Shalva also managed to create such a strong whirlwind within the city that all of the Dwarka became dark because of the dust that covered the sky. The airplane occupied by Shalva put entire city of Dwarka into distress equal to that of equal to that caused on the earth long, long ago by disturbing activities of Tripurasur. The inhabitants of Dwarka Puri became so harassed that they were not in peaceful condition for even a moment. The great
Okay, so now
hero.
just see what all is being done, what all
Hmm.
created disturbances fellow has created. The city from the sky he start okay, attacking from the sky. He is surrounded by soldiers. They started breaking the public places, correct? And his special aircraft that are throwing stones, tree trunks, thunderbolts, poisonous snakes, many dangerous things. And he created such a tufan whirlwind. Okay, nothing you could see. It became dark. So whole city into distress, and people are not even in peace for a moment. The total created anxiety. That is the purpose of demons. Simply create disturbance. And when you are tamoguna, you harm somebody. With the rajoguna, you are disturbed and disturb other, and satoguna, you make people happy. So, and Krishna consciously gives them spiritual love of Krishna. Okay, so these are all tamasic people. So many times terrorists they give this excuse, their excuse for their activities. They give so much pain to other people unnecessarily. है ना? Tamasic. This activity also is like shalva, isn't it? No,
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
continue.
The great heroes of Dwarka city, headed by commanders such as Pradyumna, counterattacked the soldiers and the airplane of Shalva. When he saw the extreme distress of the citizens, Pradyumna immediately arranged his soldiers and personally got upon a chariot, encouraging the citizens by assuring safety. Following his command, many warriors like Satyaki, Charudeshna, and Samba All young brothers of Pradyumna, as well as Akrura, Kritavarma, Bhanuvinda, Gada, Shuka, and Sharana, all came out of the city to fight with Shalva. All of them were great fighters. Each could, each one could fight with thousands of men. All were fully equipped with necessary weapons and assisted by hundreds and thousands of charioteers, elephants, horses, and infantry soldiers. Fierce fighting began between the two parties exactly as was uh, formerly carried on between the demigods and the demons. The fighting was very severe, and whoever observed the fierce nature of the fight felt his hair stand on the end.
Okay, so everybody was fierce fighting. So Pradyumna is the first son of Krishna from Rukmini. So naturally, he the leader of the whole team. Okay, the eldest brother. Krishna is not there. Krishna is there in the Rasu Yagna, where he is just Shishupal. Correct? And Rasu Yagna is over, and he is with the friends. And here, in the absence of Krishna, Krishna was actually anticipating some trouble may come later. Because when you kill somebody, you create enmity with all the relatives and friends. So they might attack. Krishna was worried, and they actually did that. Then, but in the absence of Krishna, Pradyumna took the lead and is fighting. Yes.
Pradyumna immediately counteracted the mystic demonstration occasioned by the airplane of Shalva, the king of Saubha. By the mystic power of the airplane, Salva had created a darkness as dense as night, but Pradyumna all of a sudden appeared like the rising sun. As with the rising of the sun, the darkness of the night is immediately dissipated, so with the appearance of Pradyumna, the power exhibited by Shalva became null and void. Each and every one of Pradyumna's arrow had a golden feather at the end, and the shaft was fitted with a sharp iron edge. By releasing 25 such arrows, Pradyumna severely injured Salva's commander in chief. He then released another 100 arrows towards the body of Shalva. After this, he pierced each and every soldier by releasing one arrow, and he killed the chariot drivers by firing 10 arrows at each one of them. The carriers, like the horses and the elephants, were killed by the release of 3 arrows directed toward each one of them. When everyone present on the battlefield saw this wonderful feat of Pradyumna, the great fighters on both sides began to praise his acts of chivalry.
So we can really appreciate. And after all, he's
Mm,
Krishna's son, no? Correct?
mm,
Proving. So therefore, we should also, if we are proper disciples. When somebody brings some question, we should be able to solve, isn't it?
mm.
What do you say? Or we should say we don't read books, we don't get time. We should be able to answer. So Pradyumna has proved to be wonderful. Yes, Manoj is coming in. Yeah, continue, no problem.
But still, the airplane occupied by Shalva was very mysterious. It was so extraordinary that sometimes there would appear to be many airplanes in the sky, and sometimes it would be seen that there was none. Sometimes it was visible, and sometimes it was not visible, and the warriors of the Yadu dynasty became puzzled about the whereabouts of the peculiar airplane. Sometimes they would see the airplane on the ground, and sometimes they would see it flying in the sky. Sometimes they would see the airplane resting on the peak of a hill, and sometimes it was seen floating on the water. The wonderful airplane was flying in the sky like a firefly in the wind. It was not steady even for a moment. But despite the mysterious maneuvering of the airplane, the commanders and the soldiers of the Yadu dynasty could immediately rush towards Shalva wherever he was present with his airplane and soldiers. The arrows released by the dynasty of the Yadus were as brilliant as the sun and as dangerous as the tongue of serpents. All the soldiers fighting on behalf of Shalva became soon distressed by the incessant release of arrows upon them by the heroes of the Yadu dynasty, and Salva himself became unconscious from the attack of these arrows.
So, anyways, the fierce fighting. So Krishna's sons are doing well. Only problem is this fellow has some special benediction. Hare Krishna, Manoj. Welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Sorry,
Audio,
I'm late.
audio is clear. Audio is clear.
Yes, it is very clear.
Continue.
Continue. The soldiers fighting the soldiers and the fighters fighting on behalf of Shalva were also very strong, and the release of their arrows also harassed the heroes of the Yadu dynasty. But still, the Yadus were so strong and determined that they did not move from their strategic positions. The heroes of the Yadu dynasty were determined to die in the battlefield or gain victory. They were confident of the fact that if they would die in fighting, they would attain a heavenly planet, and if they would come out victorious, they would enjoy the world. The name of Salva's commander in chief was Duman. He was very powerful, and although bitten by 25 of Pradyumna's arrow, he suddenly attacked Pradyumna with his fierce club and struck him so strongly that Pradyumna became unconscious. Immediately there was a roaring. Now he's dead, now he's dead. The force of the club on the chest of Pradyumna was very severe, enough to tear asunder the chest of any ordinary man.
Okay, and the Krishna will kill now with this club. That's number right, just one hit. So similarly heavy hit he had given. But being son of Krishna, he was extra powerful. He did not die, but he became unconscious. Pradyumna became unconscious. Now this is, see, we cannot even, one arrow hits you. I think we will lie down and go to hospital. Isn't it? Huh? Manoj?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Different kind of people. 25 arrows appears different part of the body. Still, he's able to stand and attack. Huh? Different training, Kshatriyas. Tapan, any comments? ऐसा क्यों होता था भाई? कैसा ये कितना खतरनाक ट्रेनिंग होता था इन लोगों का? ब्लैक कैट कमांडो से भी खतरनाक?
Prabhu,
हाँ?
see that those words, they were determined, the heroes of the Yadu were determined either to die on the battlefield or to gain victory. They were confident that if they died in the fighting, they would gain a heavenly planet. If they came out victorious, they would enjoy the world. See, it reminds me of that Bhagavad Gita in which
Yes.
Lord Krishna instructs Arjuna, if you die, you'll attain a heavenly planet. If you live, then you'll be enjoy on the material world. No?
This is the general principle which they are remembering. Because in Bhagavad Gita also it is true, Krishna tells Arjuna, fight. So these are different rules of argument, and Yadavas are actually on a high level. But in principle, Kshatriya fights, there's a principle for a Kshatriya. He fights for a good cause. If he dies, he goes to heaven. If he wins, anyway, he enjoys the royal happiness.
Yes.
So Kshatriya always doesn't mind giving his life. Correct?
Yes.
Now, so that they come to the battle, they are ready. But Yadavas are still higher, actually. They know that spiritual word is there. They are aware of that. But in the principle of Kshatriya, they are fighting with the principle of how Kshatriya fights. He fights for a good cause to protect the people, and they are fighting, correct? They are giving their life, ready to die. And if they die, they know it doesn't matter anything. Yeah. Any question, Tapan?
No.
So, Pradyumna's chariot.
Pradyumna's chariot was being driven by the son of Daruka. According to Vedic military principles, the chariot driver and the hero on the chariot have to cooperate during fighting. As such, it was the duty of the chariot driver to take care of the hero on the chariot during the dangerous and precarious fighting on the battlefield. Thus, Daruka removed the body of Pradyumna from the battlefield. 2 hours later, in a quiet place, Pradyumna regained his consciousness, and when he saw that he was in a place other than the battlefield, he addressed the charioteer and condemned him.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you have
he felt little bad the why he was taken. Why? Because Dyuman hit his chariot very hard, so he became unconscious. So the battlefield story going. Why we are interested? Because Krishna is there in the battlefield story. Yeah, and Krishna's devotees. Yadavas are great devotees of Krishna. They're there. Continue.
Oh, you have done the most abominable act. Why have you moved me from the battlefield, my dear charioteer? I have never heard that anyone in our family was ever removed from the battlefield. None of them left the battlefield while fighting. By this removal, you have overburdened me with a great defamation. It will be said that I left the battlefield while fighting was going on. My dear charioteer, I must accuse you. You are a coward and an emasculator. Tell me, how can I go before my uncle Balaram and before my father Krishna? And what shall I say before them? Everyone will talk about me and say that I fled from the fighting place. And if they inquire from me about this, what will be my reply? My sisters-in-law will play jokes upon me with sarcastic words. My dear hero, how have you become such a coward? How have you become such a eunuch? How have you become so low in the eyes of the fighters who oppose you? I think, my dear charioteer, you have committed a great offense by removing me from the battlefield. The charioteer replied, the
Wait a minute.
charioteer of
Wait
Pradyumna.
a minute. Wait a minute. It's interesting. No?
Still take it. Looking back.
This is interesting. Kshatriyas are more prestige driven, isn't it, Manoj?
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's why he's behaving like this. Prestige is true. Everybody is driven by prestige, but Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, not so much after all this prestige. Like you practice dasanudasa, we are not after all these things. But a Kshatriya Brahmana, if he's insulted, he does not mind it. But a Kshatriya cannot stand insult. You know that when Dhruva Maharaj was instructed by Narada, after he left his home, he went to the forest to do tapasya. So at that time, Narada instructed Dhruva Maharaj, what is the area? You are a kid. People say so many things to kid. Why you take it seriously? Even children say so many things. Why do you take it seriously? And anyway, it's your karma, Sometimes you must have insulted somebody, so you got insulted today. So forget it. Why you want to take a revenge and you want a kingdom bigger than your grandfather, father, correct? That was the mood he had. So Dhruva Maharaj says, see, your instructions are very good, but Kshatriya blood is running in my body. I can't stand this instruction. The same way, Pradyumna is in a mood of Kshatriya, correct? Therefore, his behavior is quite appropriate for a Kshatriya. What is a Manoj?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And he doesn't have one sister-in-law. He has how much? 16,000. And they'll have a nice laugh at me. Oh, hero. Darpok. Inuch. What do you call Inuch? Napunsak. They are his peers, in the same age group he's thinking of. And apart from that, he's thinking, how will I face my father and Balaram? Correct? He's saying that he felt that he did a wrong thing, but then Charity will clarify. Yes.
The charioteer of Pradyumna replied, my dear sir, I wish a long life for you. I think I did not do anything wrong, as it is the duty of the charioteer to help the fighter in the chariot when he is in a precarious condition. My dear sir, you are completely competent in the battlefield activities. It is the mutual duty of the charioteer and the warrior to give protection to each other in precarious conditions. I was completely aware of the regulative principles of fighting, and I did my duty. The enemy all of the sudden struck you with his club so severely that you lost consciousness. You were in a dangerous position, surrounded by your enemies. Therefore, I was obliged to act as I did.
So
This
what is
ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of
continue?
second volume, 21st chapter of Krishna, the battle between Shalva and the members of the Yadu dynasty.
So that's okay, no? So the charioteer and the chariot, because sometimes in the war they kill the chariot driver, so he has to give protection. Like Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna used to get furious if somebody throws arrow at Krishna, correct? He was a great devotee. That's the nature. They protect each other and both need each other, for their life, correct? So then it's a duty. I have done it. It's not anything wrong. Okay. Hello. One more chapter. Yeah. Deliverance of Shalva.
The
Anybody
deliverance
want
of Shalva.
to read? Nupur, we'll give chance to somebody. Manoj, you want to read?
Yes,
Deliverance of Shalva?
Yes, Prabhuji. After talking with this charioteer, the son of Daruka, Padumna, could understand the real circumstances, and therefore he refreshed himself by washing his mouth and hands, arming himself properly with bows and arrows. He asked the charioteer to take him near the place where Salva's commander-in-chief was standing. During the short absence of Pradyumna from the battlefield, Diman Salva's commander in chief, had been taking over the positions of the soldiers of the Yadu dynasty. By appearing in the battlefield, Pradyumna immediately stopped him and struck him with 8 arrows. With 4 arrows, he killed his 4 horses. With 1 arrow, his chariot driver, and with another arrow, he cut his bow in two. Another arrow, he cut his flag into pieces, and with he severed his head from his body.
How they used to do really? The arrows must be, see where the head must be so forceful, no? And generally, you throw arrow at a neck, it will just injure the, isn't it? Correct? It will just injure and go through your neck, but they used to throw the head out. The kind of energy these arrows must be going to do that, है ना? No,
Mm.
तब
Yes.
कुछ इंजीनियरिंग लगाओ, arrow से कैसे behead करोगे?
Prabhuji, and maybe some mystique uh, qualities involved, right? So they used to read mantras.
These arrows are not like metal arrows; they were more than that, no? They were
Yeah.
Divya were. Tapar, कुछ अपना कुछ any explanation? How with the arrow you can behead somebody?
No idea. It has to be mystical.
इंजीनियरिंग में नहीं आ रहा ना, इतना इतना फोर्स या तो इतनी स्पीड से होगा कि सीधा पकड़ के ले जाएगा सर को, हाँ?
Could be, yeah.
Prabhuji, maybe the arrows were as big as their heads. I'm just thinking.
Then how big the bow has to be? Oh my God!
They were strong, so.
Take it. We got some answers. Chalo, continue.
On the other fronts, heroes like Gada, Satyaki, and Samba were engaged in killing the soldiers of Salva. The soldiers who were staying with Salva in the airplane were also killed in the fighting and they fell into the ocean. Each party began to strike the opposite party very severely. The battle was fierce and dangerous and continued for 27 days without stop. While the fight was going on in the city of Dwarka, Krishna was staying at Indraprastha along with the Pandavas and King Yudhishthira. This fighting with Salva took place after the Rajasuya Yajna had been performed by King Yudhishthir and after the killing of Shishupal. When Lord Krishna understood that there was great danger in the city of Dwarka, he took permission from the elderly members of the Pandava family, especially from his aunt Kunti Devi, and started immediately for Dwarka.
Started immediately for Dwaraka. Okay? So Krishna now comes to know the news, and his sons have done all this. Practically, they killed all the soldiers. Hai na? Soldiers who were in the Sala were also killed. They fell into the ocean. The battlefield was dangerous for going on Dwarka. Krishna was in Indraprastha with Pandavas after the Rasuya Yagna, isn't it? After Rasuya Yagna, and Krishna understood there may be some danger because he had just killed Shishupal, so enmity is introduced. So he took permission, elder members of the Pandava family, particularly Kunti, took the blessings and left. Started immediately for Dwaraka. Yes. That's an etiquette. He has gone to meet all the elder family members and say, let me go. Chalo. Continue, Manoj.
Yes, Prabhu. Lord Krishna began to think that while he was arriving in Hastinapura with Balram, after the killing of Shishupal, Shishupal's men must have attacked Dwarka. On reaching Dwarka, Lord Krishna saw that the whole city was greatly endangered. He placed Balramji in a strategic position for the protection of the city, and he himself asked his charioteer, Daruka, to prepare to start. He said, Daruka, please immediately take me to where Salva is staying. You may know that this Salva is a very powerful, mysterious man. Don't fear him in the least. As soon as he got his orders from Lord Krishna, Daruka had him seated on the chariot and drove very quickly towards Salva.
So Salva is going to give a good fight to Krishna. Krishna sometimes enjoys fighting, and he's going to give a good fight. Yeah. Continue.
The chariot of Lord Krishna was marked with the flag bearing the insignia of Garuda, and as soon as the soldiers and warriors of Yadu dynasty saw the flag, they could understand that Lord Krishna was on the battlefield. By this time, almost all the soldiers of Salva had been killed. But when Salva saw that Krishna had come to the battlefield, he released a great powerful weapon which flew through the sky with a roaring sound like a great meteor. It was so bright that the whole sky lit up by its presence, but as soon as Lord Krishna appeared, he tore the great weapon into hundreds and thousands of pieces by releasing his own arrow.
Okay, so fight started between Krishna and Salva. Yes. Then,
Lord Krishna struck Salva with 16 arrows, and with showers of arrows he overpowered the airplane, just as the sun in a clear sky overpowers the whole sky by an unlimited number of molecules of sunshine. Salva struck a severe blow to Krishna's left side, where the Lord was carrying his bow, Saranga, and as a result, the Saranga bow fell from Lord Krishna's hand. This dropping of the bow was indeed wonderful. Great personalities and demigods who were observing the fighting between Salva and Krishna became most perturbed by this and they began to exclaim, Alas, alas.
so with the left hand you hold the bow, with the right hand you hold the arrow. Tapan, engineering correct है? हाँ?
Yeah.
है ना? Yeah.
Probably lefty भी हो सकता है.
लेफ्टी भी नहीं, कृष्णा लेफ्टी नहीं है आपका. वो तो हम लोग होते हैं. कृष्णा is perfect. And then, therefore, we can understand, no, the logic. The left side he has hit with something. Okay, left side with a gada or something. So bow has fallen from the hand. Okay, so the Devata thought, oh, war is over. Then next.
Salva thought that he had become victorious and with a roaring sound began to address Lord Krishna as follows: You rascal Krishna, you kidnapped Rukmini forcibly, even in our presence. You baffled my friend Shishupal and married Rukmini yourself. And in the great assembly at King Yudhishthira's Rajasuya Yajna, while my friend Shishupal was a little absent-minded, you took an opportunity to kill him. Everyone thinks that you are a great fighter and that no one can conquer you. So now you will have to prove your strength. I think that if you stand before me any longer with my sharpened arrows, I shall send you to a place where from you will never return.
Okay, this is his Kshatriya rant. It was just like in our cricket match. Also, they give nowadays sledging. Tapan, this is called sledging, no? है ना?
Yeah. Yes, sledging what is. Yes, sledging they use actually. The word is
Sledging only, no? They're trying to disturb that by some kind of sharp word. Manoj?
Yeah, trying to bring down their moral actually.
Yeah, trying to demoralize Krishna. Anyway, now Krishna is sledging back. Krishna replied. Yeah.
To this, Lord Krishna replied, Foolish Salva, you are talking nonsensically. You do not know that the moment of death is already upon your head. Those who are actually heroes do not talk much. They prove their prowess by practical exhibition of chivalrous activities. After saying this, Lord Krishna, in great anger, struck Salva on the collarbone with his club so severely that he began to bleed internally and tremble as if he were going to collapse from severe cold. Before Krishna was able to strike him again, however, Salva became invisible by his mystic power.
Okay, so the war, continuing the war, and Krishna is about to kill him, and this fellow has disappeared. He has a lot of, like Ravana, I've showed so much tamasha in front of Lord Rama. This war looks like a long war. Interesting. He gives so much fight. Chalo.
Within a few moments, a mysterious, unknown man came before Lord Krishna. Crying loudly, he bowed down at the Lord's lotus feet and said to him, Since you are the most beloved son of your father Vasudeva, your Mother Devaki has sent me to inform you of the unfortunate news that your father has been arrested by Salva and taken away by force. He took him just as a butcher mercilessly takes away an animal. When Lord Krishna heard this unfortunate news from the unknown man, he at first became most perturbed, just like an ordinary human being. His face showed signs of grief and he began to cry in a piteous tone. How could that happen? My brother Lord Balrama is there, and it is impossible for anyone to conquer Balramji. He is in charge of Dwarka city, and I know he is always alert. How could Salva possibly enter the city and arrest my father in that way? Whatever he may be, Salva's power is limited, so how could it be possible that he had conquered the strength of Balramji and taken away my father, arresting him as described by this man? Alas, destiny is, after all, very powerful.
So Krishna is just playing the role of human being, is speaking like that. Okay? The similar thing is very, very important. I told you before that once when I was in Mayapur, so I asked some devotee, how do I save myself from reading news? Because the addiction, the news reading can become an addiction. What happened? What happened? What happened? And like an old man, you get stuck because we also have no work. We are free most of the time. So this can be like an old man, we can get stuck. So I asked, is there any way? He said, yes. He gave me the example of Ravana in a similar thing, what Shalva done, same thing Ravana also did. You all know that? Ravana also presented the head of Mother Sita to Rama, and vice versa. He presented the head of Lord Rama to Sita, and he told to Sita, see, your husband is dead. So you now agree and marry me. So at that time, the wife of, I think, Vibhishana, his wife was there, and she told, don't worry, these are all tricks. So he was telling like that, just like the head was presented to Mother Sita, the idea was how to take the mind away from Lord Rama. So in this same way, the news, basically they try to sensationalize. Now, India is finished today. Why? We lost a cricket match. India is not finished because we lost a cricket match. But when you hear news like that, you become immediately interested of what happened, how much they scored, and you get trapped, correct? So news try to sensationalize, like Salva is trying to sensationalize when nothing has happened, correct? Things are normal. So he said that's how the Maya's business is somehow to take your mind away from Krishna, to create fear and anxiety and some extreme situation. So we should therefore be mature and understand the trick. Because that was very, very nice example. Because of this drama created by him, idea was that somehow Lord Krishna can disturb. You can't disturb him, he knows everything. Continue. But as externally, he's playing the role of a normal Kshatriya. Yes.
While
Isn't it, Manoj? Was there any other explanation? There was no need for Krishna to even fight this war. By blinking his eyes, he could have finished everything. He's fighting just to play the role of a human being. Nupur, what the other explanation we can have?
No, I agree with you.
Why is Krishna saying destiny is after all very powerful?
Because he's playing the role of a regular ordinary
Yes,
man.
the normal Kshatriya. What he should
He
speak
feels
is
that destiny is
yeah.
greater than
On
anyone.
occasion, what he should speak is speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salva.
shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
While Sri Krishna was thinking like this, Salva brought before him in custody a man exactly resembling Vasudeva, his father. These were all creations of the mystic power of Salva. Salva began to address Krishna, you rascal Krishna, look, this is your father who has begotten you and by whose mercy you are still living. Now just see how I kill your father. If you have any strength, try to save him. The mystic Jagla Salva speaking in this way, before Lord Krishna immediately cut off the head of the false Vasudeva. Without hesitation, he took away the dead body and got into his airplane. Lord Krishna is the self-sufficient Supreme Personality of Godhead, yet because he was playing the role of a human being, he became very depressed for a moment, as if he had actually lost his father. But at the next moment, he could understand that the arrest and killing of his father was demonstrations of the mystic powers which Salva had learned from the demon Maya. Coming to his right consciousness, he could see that there were no messenger and no head of his father, but that only Salva had left in his airplane, which was flying in the sky. He then began to think of slaying Salva.
Okay, now this is some gymnastic before he's dead. This is similar. I think Meghna did that. He brought the Sita's head and cut. Isn't it? Meghna did that. Anna? Ravana got a duplicate of Lord Rama. Anybody remembers?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh? It was Meghnath, no? He did
Yes,
that.
yes.
And Ravana did the drama for Sita. He brought a head of
Yes.
Rama. Anna?
Yes, Prabhu.
The similar tricks, these tricks are known tricks. They could do that. Even now, scientists can do like that. They can make a duplicate plastic packet, correct? All they can organize is plastic, but you can make out when you touch it. That plastic. So, Krishna's reaction. Yeah. Tapan, you want to read Manoj? We'll give him a chance to read. Tapan.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yes.
So now Tapan is going to read Death of Shalva. Yes. Continue.
From here, Krishna's reaction is a controversial point.
Continue.
Okay, Krishna's reaction is a controversial point among great authorities and saintly persons. How could Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all power and knowledge, be bewildered in such a way? Lamentation, aggrievement, and bewilderment are characteristics of persons who are conditional souls. But how can such things have affect the person of the Supreme, who is full of knowledge, power, and all opulence? Actually, it is not at all possible that Lord Krishna was misled by the mystic jugglery of Shalva. He was displaying his pastime in playing the role of a human being. Great saintly persons.
And sages. It has come, Pauncha. Indore se
Still showing me that page.
अभी signal नहीं पहुंचाएंगे.
And yeah, got it. And sages who are engaged in the devotional service of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and who have thus achieved the greatest perfection of self-realization have transcendented the bewilderments of the bodily concept of life. Lord Krishna is the ultimate goal of life for such saintly persons. How then could Krishna have been bewildered by the mystic jugglery of Salva? The conclusion is that Lord Krishna's bewilderment was another opulence of his Supreme Personality. When Salva thought
just
Krishna,
let us understand.
Yeah.
Let us understand. So the question came that how Krishna could have been bewildered that something unfortunate has happened. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? So how could Krishna be bewildered by the mystic jugglery? Okay? Other opulence of the Supreme Personality. He allowed some bewilderment for the pastime, just like sometime Mother Krishna was feeling scared of Mother Yashoda. He allowed the bewilderment. Okay? Tears are coming, body is shaking in fear, eyes are moving in fear. We all read daily, we read the Kartik month pastime. So similarly, Sri Krishna has allowed this pastime to occur. Yeah. Okay. You want to continue reading? Just wait. How many pages are there? One. Oh, just about to finish. You finish it then.
Okay. When Salva thought that Krishna had been bewildered by his mystic representations, he became encouraged and began to attack the Lord with greater strength and energy by showering volumes of arrows upon him. But the enthusiasm of Salva can be compared to the speedy march of flies into a fire. Lord Krishna, by hurling his arrows with unfathomable strength, injured Salva, whose armor, bow, and jeweled helmet all scattered into pieces. With a crashing blow from Krishna's club, Salva's wonderful airplane burst into pieces and fell into the sea. Salva was very careful, and instead of crashing with the airplane, he managed to jump onto the land. He again rushed towards Lord Krishna. When Salva ran swiftly to attack Krishna with his club, Lord Krishna cut off his hand, which fell to the ground with the club. Finally deciding to kill him, the Lord took up his wonderful disc, which was shining like the brilliant sun.
At the time of dissolution.
At the time of the dissolution of the material creation. When Lord Sri Krishna stood up with his disc to kill Salva, he appeared just like the red sun rising over a mountain. Lord Krishna then cut off his head, and the head, with his earrings and helmet, fell on the ground. Salva was thus killed in the same way as Vratasur was killed by Indra, the king of heaven. When
Tapan,
Salva was killed, yes,
Tapan,
Prabhuji.
Nitin is having some problem. You saw? Call is getting end saying close the app.
Yes.
What you should
Yeah.
do? What you should do?
What?
You see, he has written in the conversation. Can you see what's that?
He's in right now.
Yeah, but he's going in and out. So he's saying why
Yeah.
it's happening? What is the solution?
It has to be some signal issue only.
Or maybe sometimes
Sometime?
space in the mobile.
No, I don't
Yes,
think so. It
signal
is
on.
not. Yes, signals.
Take it. Yes, Nitin, where are you? Which place you are in? Hare Krishna, till you are there, you can speak before you go out. And Hare Krishna, Nitin Kumar. Oh, signal is weak. I can't even get an image of that.
It has to be. It is signal only.
Continue. So how did Krishna decided to kill him? Stood in the disc. He appeared like a red hot sun. Krishna cut off his head with his and the head, all earrings and helmet fell on the ground. Killed, and the king. It's like Vritarasura was killed by Indra, the king. Yeah, next.
When Salva was killed, all his soldiers and followers began to cry, "Alas, alas!" While Salva's men were thus crying, the demigods from the heavenly planet showered flowers on Krishna and announced the victory by beating on drums and blowing bugles. At this very moment, other friends of Shishupal, such as Dantavakra, appeared on the scene to fight with Krishna in order to avenge the death of Shishupal. When Dantavakra appeared before Lord Krishna, he was extremely angry. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the second volume, 22nd chapter of Krishna, the deliverance of Salva.
Okay, so Krishna has cut off his head, and how did Krishna do that? First, he attacked his chariot, and chariot was smashed. But he jumped like today we have what, parachute jump. He made a jump outside. An aircraft is burning, people may be. Okay, Krishna is bewildered, he became encouraged, attack. With the crashing blow, Krishna's club, the aeroplane was finished, fell into the sea. Shala was very careful, he didn't crash. He didn't do crash watering, landing on the water with crash. He managed to jump into the land, ran towards Krishna. And Krishna cut off his hand. Then Krishna took up with his club. Krishna cut off his hand, and then his hand has fallen with the club. Finally, Krishna took up his this thing, what we say, Sudarshana, brilliant sun, time of dissolution. Okay, yeah, rising sun of mountain. Then Sudarshana is very powerful. Nobody can fight it. Cut off his head, and earrings and helmet fell on the ground. This Shala was killed with the same Vritarasura killed by Indra. If you know the story of Vritarasura, you will get. All the soldiers say, "Alas, alas, what has happened? What has happened?" They were crying, the demigod did celebration and they were dancing. At this moment, the friends of Shishupal like Dantavakra and one more will come. Next chapter, they came to attack Krishna. Theek hai. Hello. Now these are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't read this chapter today, very big. Do it next time. Yeah, 5 minutes, we'll have some. Any discussion? Mataji? Pusha Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. I'm just thinking.
Is the point, there's one point I said very clearly. You see so much tapasya to get such powers to harm people. And
Yes.
you just pick up the bead bag and they try to attentively hear the holy name.
Yes.
That's all a simple tapasya. We don't have to eat ash for 1 year. It'll be very difficult. I can't eat one time. And you eat only that for 2 years, it's a very difficult. For 1 year, it's a very difficult thing. Crazy tapasya and just to harm other people.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Any other comment, assessment?
See, that about that. Yes. Please ask, Mataji. No, that this thing, even in Damodara Vrata also, 1 month Kartik Mas, they hold some vows.
What is that?
Like at the end, 5 days they have that Bhishma Panchaka. Some
Yes, yes,
Matajis, they
yes.
were observing.
Yeah, I
That
understand.
is also very difficult, Prabhu.
Yeah, no problem.
Eating
problem.
only fruits and roots, or
Yeah,
having
it's basically
Panchagavya.
Ekadashi for 5 days.
Yes.
Basically, last 5 days we should enhance austerity. That's it. I don't go into more detail. Just enhance it. The chanting, chant little more. You read little more. Correct? We're
Yes.
eating less, okay, eat still more less. Whatever you're doing, austerity, enhance it. Don't decrease it, increase it. Hana? Simple.
Yes.
Panchaka that. The next year you can take care of that. All that thing, eating only cow dung, eating only cow urine.
Cow, Panchagavya. It comes in Panchagavya.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So some
anyway,
Matajis, they observed this thing,
anyway, good.
Panchaka, but I can't do this. It's very difficult.
Age and depends on the time. Some people are housewives, they can plan something like that in a young age, है ना? In
Yes,
old
yes.
age, and people like us, then we have to stop the temple, that cannot be happen.
And elder people also, they cannot, because they have to take medicines, they are not well.
Correct.
For them also.
Anyway,
No,
basically we came to know there is something is also Lord Krishna then anyway cut off his head and
yes,
fell to the ground with earrings.
yes.
Okay, any other assessment? Nupur? Manoj?
Mm.
No, I just like how the fighting was described in detail.
Ah,
Like you can imagine. The fighting was described in good detail that you can actually imagine the battle. So it
correct.
was
That
very
was a
good.
big fight. Mostly it's a battle between Krishna, Yadava, then Shalva, then Krishna and Yadava and Salva.
Mm.
See, one more thing, Prabhu, I wanted to know. See, but that news about that his father was arrested and dragged, given to Krishna, was it correct, or was it
No,
false?
it was the illusion. Oh, it was the illusion. He created an illusion, the Ravana illusion,
Created.
Meghnath illusion. Okay.
Because it reminds me of one more
Rakhe
incident.
Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rakhe Ke. Isn't that also a lesson here?
Yes,
Krishna wants to kill somebody, even Shiva could not save him. Correct?
yes,
He gave some
yes,
benediction, no use. And
yes,
Krishna wants to protect somebody, nobody can kill him. Like Prahlad, you do whatever you want, he's protected.
yes, Prabhu. Yes,
He was
Prabhu.
living in a palace surrounded by a demon and all city of demons, but they could not touch him.
Yes.
Mare
See,
Krishna,
yes,
Rakhe.
Rakhi. See, one more thing, Prabhu. And during the war of Mahabharata, battle of Mahabharata, that to Drona, one false news was given that his son Ashwathama has been killed.
Correct.
But actually, that Ashwathama is the name of the elephant, not the son. But
That's why
then
Yudhishthira
Drona,
says, Ashwathama Naam Kunjarahtaha. The elephant
he
by the
thinks
name
the
of
son is killed. At that time, he is in a very bad condition. At that time, they kill him. Drona.
You are too attached to his son. That is the problem.
Yes,
Think
too much due to
no
his attachment
need
of his
for
son.
him to fight, no need for his son to fight.
Yes.
Both. So,
It's reminded me the same thing.
yes, Manoj, some words from your side.
Prabhuji just was thinking, I mean, even at that time when Krishna was present on this planet, such a vast portion of the population was ready to fight with Krishna. I was just thinking about that.
So
So,
many people, huh? We have been not ending only. That's very interesting.
yeah.
Everybody wants to fight. I think that's the nature of a tamasic man. Anybody rich and powerful, they want to hit. Like every day, see so many thieves get arrested, and they don't mind to enter a house. They carry guns. They don't kill a person. They just don't mind, Hana.
Mm.
So such people are always there. Okay, but interesting, they were there, and so many of them Krishna had to kill one by one. But Kali Yuga, we don't kill by weapon. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said you kill by the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chalo. I take today Russian devotees that come, so I got no break in the afternoon, little exhausted. We end 15 minutes early, Nupur?
Yes.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, where did they come from? Mayapur?
No, they had one devotee there. He preaches in Russia. So he brings every year one team to Udupi. South Indian tour they come for. They come to
Okay.
Udupi, and then he had brought here. I said, I told him that I need 2 dancing white elephants. You understand?
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
young devotees. But they didn't have devotees. Young, there was an elderly couple, not very old. They said they can do some service. I said, come. I'll give you an opportunity. Because I have a big guest house now. Anybody can stay. If people come to India, please come to Mangalore. Okay? First come to Mangalore. And send me the dates so I block a room for you. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Nupur, next visit Mangalore first. Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay.
Murthy Mataji also, anytime you can come, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm quite near. I can come at any time.
Anytime. Now with the guest house, it is all are taken for you people only take facilities.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Tapan is coming on 7th, I think. 7th, Tapan? I saw the tickets.
Yes, 7th of December.
You're able to finish your work, which you had planned, or anything is stuck up?
Yeah, actually, I'm in process of wrapping up everything.
Okay,
So there are a couple of things remaining.
No major obstacle. No? Time is there.
No major obstacle. Actually, in this coming week, I would be able to finish everything.
Chalo, great. That's great. My parents are also coming. 30th, they are here.
Okay, great. I would get the opportunity to meet them also.
Yeah. They have a house.
At their company at Mayapur.
Oh, you had the company in Mayapur. Good.
It was very beautiful.
I
Very
they're
great.
speaking a lot. When I'm not there, they speak. When I'm there, they become silent.
Especially Narsim Bhagwan, his eyes were shining. So beautiful.
By Mayapur?
Yes.
So, hello. Next time when we go, we will notice. Nupur, you have seen Mayapur any time?
No, I haven't been to
Manoj?
Mayapur yet, Prabhu.
Manoj?
No, Prabhuji.
Tapan?
No, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji,
Great place
I
to
have
take.
gone once.
When you plan to come, we will go. We can make a short trip. All of us can go. Correct? Just 2-3 people.
Yeah.
Anytime, it's not very difficult to go to Mayapur. You take a flight straight in 4-5 hours, you can be in Kolkata. And then 2-3 hours, you are in Mayapur. Chatti. We leave in the morning, by evening, we are in Mayapur. Correct? You attend the evening.
That Gauranga travel taxi fellows are really very good, Prabhu.
You like that?
Yes.
That's good.
Because
Now,
very carefully, very nicely.
they were?
They were not trash drivers. They are very good and very carefully they took us to Mayapur.
Correct. Hello. Okay, and reasonable also, Mataji. The rates are reasonable, and it is safe. They belong to their employees of the temple. It is a bit safer, correct?
Yes, it's safer.
Street, you'd collect somebody, where he takes you, you don't know. No. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.